Greetings everyone, my name is Etterville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Weapon Hacker. In this episode, I'll start my first challenge. There's Hard Mode, Penny Pincher, Explosive Phobia, Pacifist, Gatling Fanatic, Unhealthy Environment, Masochist Mode, and Speedrun. For this episode, I'll do several run-throughs of Hard Mode. I say several because I doubt I'll be able to do one complete one. I'll very likely end up dying. I'll be happy if I can even reach the final boss, let alone boss number 2. On Hard Mode, I started with 1 HP, 2 max HP, and a lot more enemies. And as always, for full disclosure, I received a key from the developer in order to help the title. I also apologize if my following commentary and criticisms sound too harsh. If I can get the flamethrower, I'll be in good shape. That medkit's gonna be really handy. And there'll be certain enemy configurations which will be annoying at best to deal with, painful at worst. This is the enemy setup I was worried about. See what happened? Now I'm just down to 1 hit point. I would have much preferred if we started out with max health. Right now the max health is lower anyways. Cool, double jumping. That'll be handy. I would use missiles more, but there's another problem. They're limited. Combined with the relative lack of resources this game provides, this poses several problems. In general, in this mode and hard mode, it's best to play cautiously. Otherwise, this can happen. Also, springs are really strong. In general, this game strongly promotes a more cautious playstyle. Usually if you play aggressively, you're punished, unless you have enough upgrades. This isn't even the hardest mode. Also, enemies can be hiding in those rocks. I've seen it many times, but it still catches me off guard every time. Good, an improvement. As much as I have fun with this game, there are some aspects which rub me the wrong way. That doesn't mean the game is bad, it's simply designed for a different audience in mind. I simply wish you had more resources at your disposal, specifically in terms of health drops. Compared with 20XX, which I played earlier today, health pickups are relatively spartan, hence why I said this game strongly promotes a cautious playstyle. Any wrong moves will be punished harshly, and it's not like you start out with a relatively powerful gun. In fact, I think your starting mobility is too good. There isn't an option to slow yourself down. I hate those enemies. I get why missiles are rare and I don't mind them being rare, but health, at least on the base difficulty modes, they should be more common. The lack of resources, combined with a weaker set of starting weapons and abilities, the lack of ability to slow down, and what upgrades you get being determined by luck, to me it feels like the game is weighted heavily against the player, even on normal mode. That is, unless you get lucky with the room generation and item and upgrade drops. The flamethrower, for example, makes the early game much easier. Spread rush, missiles, I'll take invulnerability. I don't need max spread just yet. No thank you. The only place left to go is the boss. The boss arena starts out with more enemies. Somehow I managed to damage the bosses enough. Apparently all my random shots hit the boss. Not that I'm complaining. I'll take that over dying any day. You do get a split second to jump out of the way. When in doubt, that's your best bet. Let's see how fast I lose armor. And we're out of here. But first... Just a quick test. I'll take the greater DPS. Going from 5.2 to 8.2 will be crucial later. If you're good with your shots, these runes are pretty good for missile farming. Next boss is up there. So far I'm doing remarkably well. Off screen I did several more hard mode runs. In pretty much every respect this is already a massive improvement. Gonna hold off from there until I defeat the boss. I need the excess missiles. Hang on a minute, fire? Yes. Best weapon in the game. It's lower DPS than before, but if you watch my LP, you'll know how strong it is. It's extremely handy against these, whatever these enemies are called. Now what I really need is more batteries. I can safely take on the next boss. Thanks, game. Those enemies are up there with those jumping ones as my least favorite ones. Something's left. Before I lose too much health, let me take on the boss then. I always have this run ends in failure. This is my best one yet. Let's hope there's some health down here. Nope. This, however, will be handy. I'm gonna save that for the final boss, but if push comes to shove, I'll use it here. For some reason, Those individual parts are really weak to fire. Pushing onwards. No, thank you. I already have enough problems. I like how the game gives you the option to skip rooms like that. I'm gonna have to skip this one too. It's a pure enemy gallery. First, let's deal with the evil boxes. On second thoughts, let's take out the green skulls first. Unfortunately, the flamethrower kind of falters against stronger foes. Again, mobility working against me. Oh, you know what? I'm out of here. And that's why I hate it. They can quickly just chew right through you. The number of iframes you have in this game is also relatively low. I should have used the body shield when I had the chance. I was so close there. Nonetheless, for the majority of my hard mode playthrough, I was having fun. I simply got unlucky with that room structure. So in the next episode, I'll try out masochistic mode and give my overall thoughts on the game as a whole. Well then, thanks for watching and have a nice day.